and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Millie and I love any makeup, especially shiny, shifty, and sparkly eyeshadows. And today's video is going to be all about the new Sugarpill Fun Size 2 palette. I'm so excited that they released another one because when the first one came out, it was just the cutest little thing. I love the little kitty cat on the front, as does everyone, and I've used this palette a lot, like a lot. To me, it's not just another rainbow palette. I love pairing this especially with some of my pastel multi-chromes. I absolutely love this palette. I do have a video up where I did, I believe it was 3 or 4 looks. This was like, what, 2 years ago? And so this is the newest one. We got the kitty again with some boba tea, and it is just so adorable. And here's what the inside looks like. It's very colorful again, and I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to be creating 4 looks just with this palette, just all mattes, no shimmers. I know it does kill me a little bit inside, but I think this is going to be a great companion to my super shiny and sparkly shifty eyeshadows from other brands. And of course, I'm going to swatch it for you as well as compare it to the original, because there are some like similar vibes in here, but they're definitely different. And actually the palette that I thought was pretty similar to this is the Lethal and Teresa is Dead collaboration palette. There's definitely some like similar vibes. So we have like in the bottom corner, do you see both bottom right corner, we have this kind of plummy reddish maroon shade. I just named off a bunch of different colors. And then we have Predator shade, is a little bit similar to Final Boss, for example. Then we also have the grungy shade in the middle, which is Snatched, and then Grind. Grind is definitely a little bit darker. And then what else? Watery Grave and Elixir are a little bit different for sure. So let's get right into some swatches, some swatch comparisons, and then the 4 looks, and I'll give you some of my final thoughts at the end of the video. I'm gonna prime with the P Louise Primer. I'm only priming with it because I'm literally so close to finishing it. So I just want to finish it so I can get it out of my collection. And this is going to be the best way since I'm going to be doing a lot of multiple looks. I thought I'd press record. So here we are. I put Elixir in here in the inner third, and then I put Final Boss, and then a Critical Hit on the outer corner, and I cut my crease with the P Louise base, taking Player 2, and I'm putting it towards my lash line. I'm not gonna bring it all the way up. And then taking Power Up in there, also not gonna bring it all the way up. I'm gonna pick up some Taco. I'm gonna use it to define this edge and also kind of set it, and then just blend it downwards into the eyeshadow. Ooh, I like that a lot. With Critical Hit under my lower lash line, just connecting it with the outer corner, and then I'm going in with Elixir right underneath the rest of my lower lash line. And in the waterline, I put Prance from ColourPop, and my lashes are Salon Perfect 691. I don't really know how I feel about these, but you know, gotta try them out. So here's the first finished look. This next look, I'm going to go in with Power Up. And this is going to be like all over the lid type of matte look. So I'm not going to do any half cut creases or anything. I'm just going to do like a nice kind of almost rainbow all over the lid. That is definitely, that's a really nice yellow. It takes just a little bit of building up, and taking Loading next to it. And then a little bit of Player 2. I think I'm actually going to take Loading and bring it a little bit onto the yellow. I feel like I didn't really properly account for all the colors I was about to put on the lid. And then taking Critical Hit and just putting a little bit of that onto the outer corner just to deepen up this whole look. Really beautiful berry shade. I do feel like it looks a little bit deeper in the pan than on the lid so far from using it for both of these looks. I'm also going to take a Critical Hit right here, just underneath my lower lash line, and then double jump all the way through under my lash line. I'm going to take a clean, fluffy brush and just blend the edges. In the waterline, I have extra frosting from ColourPop. I put on the Ardell Lash in 817. So here's the second finished look. For this next look, I really want to dip into Grind, which is this beautiful grungy green shade. I think I'm going to do like a spotlight eye, but with only mattes. And so I'm going to take it on the inner lid and blend it out up into my crease. Oh, I love it. Oh, that is such a pretty shade. And then I'm also going to put it on the outer corner. And I'm going to try to not wing this out, which is like really hard for me to not wing it out there. So I think that's as much as I can get it without wanting to wing it out there. I'm going to pack on a little bit more in the inner corner just to get it the same depth as the outer corner. And then going in with Power Up right in the center. To make that the spotlight portion. I'm going to take it all the way up onto my crease and almost up to my brow. And packing on a little bit more, making sure it's blending into the green. Taking Grind, and I'm going to put it also on the outer corner and inner corner of my lower lash line, and then Power Up in the center. It feels like Grind is a little bit more harder pressed than, for example, Power Up. Here's the finished third look. Going in with Final Boss, I'm gonna kind of put it right here above my inner crease. Then I'm going to slowly be adding more. I kind of just wanted to map it out first. And then I'm going to take Elixir and blend it into that. I feel like it's kind of sticking down and not wanting to blend out. Then back into Final Boss. And I'm taking Button Smash. And I'm gonna draw a wing with it. Oh, wow, that is so beautifully pigmented. Okay, wow. The way that just applied just blew my mind. So I'm just lining my upper lash line with that shade. I do have a little bit of fallout. This one just seemed to be a little bit more kick-uppy than some of these other shades. I'm also going to take that under my lower lash line, and then taking Power Up next to that. And then I'm going to take the P Louise base in the shade 0, and I'm just going to do like a half cut crease, and then tap it out. Picking up some Taco from Sugarpill and just tapping it on where I put the base down so that it is set and I won't have any creasing or anything. And here's the finished fourth look. The swatches of this palette definitely way more pigmented than the original palette. This one really did not swatch well at all, but it does perform well, but it is a little bit more on the pastel side. So these are definitely both in the same family, but this one is a little bit deeper. We've got these 3 deeper options with Button Smash, Final Boss, and Critical Hit, which are really nice deepening up options, while the original palette really just that red was kind of the almost darkest shade, even though it was really bright as well. I don't feel like I have the same palette twice, if you know what I mean. Like, I think these are going to pair really well together, especially 8-bit up here is pretty much a lighter version of Final Boss down here, and then Button Smash is like a deeper version of Cheat Code. So I think the pairing of the two would be actually really nice together, kind of use Cheat Code to blend out Button Smash or something. So overall, I'm really excited about this palette. The only tiny problem that I did run into was that some of the shades like to kind of stick down and not really blend out, but that could just be because of the P Louise base or a tacky base. I have not tried this on a set base or anything like that, but I do feel like in general, most of these shades that are on the lighter side will benefit from packing on and then blending out the edges versus just going straight in blending. Grind seems a little bit harder pressed in the pan out of all these shades, and then Button Smash was just so pigmented, absolutely just blew my mind. Really beautiful, can't wait to put that in my crease in the future. And then Final Boss and Critical Hit, again, just really beautiful, very pigmented. Critical Hit just blended out in the outer corner like a breeze, and I do also think that these all blended really nicely together. I did do some more intricate looks of doing more shades, you know, and trying to kind of blend them together. So I think that if you love the colors in here, if you don't have anything similar to this color story or the shades in here, then it is a great option, and it's just so cute and little. And it's really also good for traveling if you just want to bring like a smaller palette but that has some color options in case you do want to use some color. Then this is definitely it because it is so compact. So that's everything for this video. Let me know in the comments below which look was your favorite and if you plan on picking this palette up, or if you don't. If you already have it, let me know how you're enjoying it. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribe. There's so much indie makeup content up already on my channel and much more to come you don't want to miss out. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.